The quest of today is we are back in the freaking Dungeon Pantry. So, if anybody had watched that video, we redid the entire pantry in the basement. Then I went on vacation. We went to an apple orchard. We grabbed some amazing apple cider. And said apple cider exploded all over the brand new pantry floor. Yes, that is what happened. And hopefully I am techie enough to put some pictures up and show you the destruction of the apple cider going. So now, our quest for today is to redo the freaking pantry floor. I'm a little annoyed, but let's go check that out. Okay, we've been given our quest. You saw the issue. Time to rip it all up and put it all back. Extra lights are super helpful. Got my gloves because this is going to be a sticky hot mess. But this is also why we do not put fancy shit in a pantry. I would love to have a super fancy pantry, but then things explode and destroy said super fancy pantry. Very glad this flooring was already here. And the flooring I bought is still peel and stick, and for this reason. We just had an explosion. All right, let's get this party started. First thing we have to do is go in and rip up all the flooring I just freaking put into the dungeon pantry. All right, it was very sticky. You can see all the apple cider that was still there. I just didn't have time to get to it until this point. So I'll rip it all up and clean it up. And yes, I am using bleach scrubbing bubbles stuff as quickly as humanly possible. I didn't know what else to use on concrete, so that's what I've got. If anybody knows anything else, please pop it down in the comments so that I do this correctly next time something explodes in my pantry. So now we got that part taken care of. That was nowhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. I think the hardest part was like clearing out this entire side of the pantry, which was the annoying part, which is why I procrastinated. And the tiles are really freaking heavy. So now I get to go out to the garage and lug them in. And I don't want to. It's 29 degrees. That's why we're doing this right now and not something else. This quest is first because it's fucking cold. I shall be back. Like I said, these are much bigger tiles. I cannot lift the whole box. So we'll bring down what I think I need. I'm not doing any like patterns because it's a pantry and it was 2 weeks and the floor got freaking ruined. I do want to start here this time and work my way out, I think. I'm trying to figure out what will be the least difficult. Because I'd like the pretty edge over there, where I can see it. All right, well, that's what we're gonna do. So let me get a broom real quick and sweep up what I can. All right. Oh, shiz. Yes, you were supposed to have a roller thing. I don't know, no. That thing is massive, it's heavy, and I'm not bringing it downstairs. So, we do not have one of those. I weigh over 100 pounds. I'll stomp on it. or roll my butt over it later. Again, pantry. Not something a lot of people see. The backing on these tiles was super sticky, so it was fairly hard to get the paper off without ripping it to shreds. And you will see Maka poke her head in and out, and I believe Lilith pops in, and I believe Luna pops in, all trying to help me where they are not actually helping me. And I'm going to do what I did the first time, which is put in the larger pieces and then go back and cut out the smaller pieces that I need. To me, this just seems to go much faster. I can get my layout down in my head and I'm good to go, and I don't have to worry about having enough or anything like that because I can always maneuver the smaller pieces to do what I need them to do. And now I'm going to go back in and start cutting down the smaller pieces. I do get to one portion that gave me trouble last time, and it gave me trouble again, and you'll just see how we deal with that. And here is that same stupid area that gave me the problems last time, so I try multiple places. That does not work. Let's try again, figure out what we're doing. And I give up for a moment here in a minute, and then I try again, and I have a plan of action in mind now. Plus, I think I have some quarter round I can put down that will hide that very well. I have to go check the garage, but I believe I do. I really want to leave that for my... I don't know if I can cut that. I'm just not that fucking smart. Okay, we're going to try one time to do that piece. And it may be piecemealed together because, dude. I just don't think I am capable of this. Spoiler alert, I totally freaking got it. And I'm just gonna, over here, I don't even know. I think I'm just gonna use these little spares and get back as far as I can because I don't want to deal with that. And that's where the buckets go. So, meh. I know this is a weird angle, but it's the best I could get in that corner. It's dark down there no matter what I do. And I didn't want to waste any lights for just where I grab buckets and I can see them perfectly fine. That took 15 tiles out of 20. Probably more had I done the whole thing. So that's annoying. It's a $40 floor, basically. They should have been cheaper. Oh. All right. I knew I had some from another project that this didn't work. But down here, since again, nobody really sees this, I can play around and figure it out. Oh, God, it's all sticky. Oh, it's all sticky. In the correct application, this stuff is fabulous. I will have all of these things linked below if I can find the tiles. I got them at Lowe's, I believe. But this is just a peel and stick quarter round. And it didn't work in another area because it was on a curve. But this, going straight lines, worked out really, really, really well. It kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. Let's see if I have enough for this side. Because I only had one roll of this. Where this helps right here is that that's a concrete wall and it's a concrete floor and nothing's level and there are little bumps, but the stickiness is great because you can easily maneuver around. God, that's all sticky now. Ew. Well, it is at least better than having apple cider all over the floor. Floor is done. Quest completed on that end. But you see this black wire right here? We ran electricity to the greenhouse. This was going to a satellite dish that was 1 billion years old. But every time I walk in here, I think it's a bloody snake. So it's got to go. It is not connected to anything, so I'm going to snip and then make it go away. And maybe not. All right, I'll snip the tape and have my husband find the tool that is needed to make it go away the rest of the way, because these scissors will not cut that. And of course, it's caught on the electrical line. Because why the fuck not? Shit where it shouldn't frickin' be. I do not know what the dogs are freaking out about. Now I'll have him take care of that when he gets up. Ah. Now I don't think there's a snake, which is nice. Put the tape back. Oh. I really don't want to touch it. It's fine. I don't want to touch the top of it. That's very icky. Okay. So now we have got to put everything freaking back. Again. Except this time I have a new shelf. See if I can remember how this is done. And then you take this guy. And you, okay, so let's get him snapped into place and then tilt him on this side. All right. Maka, this is not the place you want to be playing. And it's only because I keep hitting the wood up top. And then we lock it. It's all locked. But I wanted a place to put all the cooked stuff. Maka! Dude! Bad idea. Go. Go. Maka. Maka. Ooh, that fits quite nicely. So let's lock our wheels. All right. So I wanted to be able to put like cooking crap on here. Now I'm gonna knock over all this. So let's get all the shelves in and then put things away. The new kitten Maka is a hot mess. Let's start with the stuff in here already. So, I do not want to do this again. All right.
Okay, for anybody who's still around, any idea what I can cook with all this spaghetti squash? I mean, we got a ton. I did not know it was going to explode like it did, or that we were going to be able to save what we did save from the squash bugs. And I am running out of ideas. If you could pop some recipe ideas for spaghetti squash down below in the comments, that would be great.
This is probably going to be a hot mess for a minute because I don't have the time to thoroughly organize, but I do just need to get it all back in here. So, okay.
It is amazing the amount of appliances and cooking things that you acquire when you are canning and you live in the middle of nowhere, all of the things that you have to have just in case something were to happen. So if the power goes out, you have to have candles. Something happens to somebody, you have to have the Band-Aids, water filters, things that you may not be able to just go to the store and grab because you're really not that close to a store. And then finding a place to put it all where your psychotic new kitten will not try to destroy it. Because she has found in that little corner all of our freeze-dried food that I had freeze-dried and put into Mylar bags and has started to eat them. So I had to go back in and get some, what are they called? The containers with the lids. I don't know why I'm blanking on what they're called, but they seal. So I had to put all of the freeze-dried food in tubs with lids so that Maka would not break into them and eat them. At some point, I am wanting to refigure out all of my freeze-dried herbs and food and just a better way to store it other than all the random size containers and just get it repackaged and in similar containers so that it's just easier to find a place for. Everything is such a weird size, and for things like squash, there's really not anything made to contain that, and you can't put it into plastic because it will rot and just the things will go badly. And we also need a door to keep the cats out because I've almost stepped on Maka like 50,000 times.
Quest, I believe, completed. Let's go see. All right, we got the floor down. We got it edged out so it doesn't look as bad. We got all the shelves back in with plenty of room left for the rest of what I got to can. Sweet. Or I can reorganize later, which would be a different quest. Dude. I don't want to redo the pantry again, so nothing better explode. But this is why we do not use expensive things in our pantries. Because this is the stuff that happens, especially when you preserve your own food, you buy in bulk, oopses happen. So thank you for being here. Comment down below any funny stories of pantry mishaps that you have experienced. I would love to hear about them. I cannot be the only one that this crap happens to. If you like these types of videos and you are not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Cast a Ferris spell on the like button, giving it a little boop on its beautiful little nose. And I will see you next time. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you have an absolutely blessed and magical week, y'all. Bye.